Mr. F, fantastic hip hop back here with a brand new video. And today we're going to be reviewing the new Earl Sweatshirt album, Sick. Now, being his first full length studio album since his universally praised 2018 LP, Some Rap Songs, and his first release of any sort since his 2019 throwaway compilation, Feet of Clay, Sick has been one of the most anticipated albums in all of hip hop for years at this point. As soon as the album's first single released in 2010, it was clear Earl was throwing away all of the conceptual stuff out the window, and Exchange was just going to put together a fun album that showcases his godly writing ability to the best of its strengths. Now, I think this change the style was shocking for some, but for myself, I personally believe that it was the only way for him to go, as it would be impossible to follow up the emotional storm of Some Rap Songs with something even remotely close when it comes to topical depth and conceptual execution. Now, just like Some Rap Songs, Sick is 24 minutes long, so it is no time to waste, but being another straight shot of just untimely bars, daggering emotions, and sonic up and downs, it generally thrives just like all of Earl's other projects, aside from Doris, which is his only record to not end before the 30-minute mark. The intro track, Old Friend, teases us about how good an Earl Sweatshirt and the Alchemist album would truly be, as Uncle Al's dramatic background loop creates the perfect sense of thrill and mystery for Earl to welcome listeners with. Earl's rapping style is so memorizing, and it seems to have only gotten better here, as in just a minute and 19 seconds, he releases an array of quotables like Mad Hatter's cap in every line. It doesn't matter to the 10 of 5. And couple came, couple went, still, and what remained of the Wolves nil, which hit so hard as Earl's reference to the old Wolfgang, aka Odd Future, further kicks the coffin of the beloved group farther in the grave than it already was. 2010 follows up the eeriness of the intro with a spacey instrumental done by none other than Black Noise, who has the most production credits on the entire album. And here, Earl just goes through a memorizing lyrical exercise for about 2.5 minutes, and the contour between his cold vocals and the pulsing drums just managed to mesh together in such a satisfying way. And with the layered writing pulling apart a bunch of nostalgic memories from Earl, this song just conveys a purgatoric, a confusing feeling like no other. This entire album just has an aura to it that you really can't put a word on. I don't know how to describe it, but it feels like some sort of mental or musical purgatory. As far as it goes for the self-titled track Sick, the navy blue instrumental steers the tone in a more upbeat direction with a traditional drum palette, but the lifeless delivery of Earl puts the track in a position where it feels like it's going in two different directions. Lyrically, the track isn't on par with the rest either, but Earl's lifeless swagger makes up for it, and there still are some fiery lines like can't go out sad, can't go outside no more cause fella's sick, which is obviously a reference to the pandemic we have been living in, but overall, this track just feels lacking in a lot of ways. Making up for track 3's shortcomings, Vision picks things right back up rapidly with an amazing feature from Zelipers, who raps through the track's stormy production with an uncanny flow and a verse that hits the nail on the head in terms of emotion and passion and just blatant bragging and boasting. While Zell is the star of the show here, Earl is still phenomenal with a verse that is technically better than Zell's, but Zell just floats over the beat so well to not be the star of the show. Now, returning back to the Alchemist production, Earl teams up with the legendary duo of Billy Woods and Elucid, also known as Arm and Hammer, for Tabula Rosa. Now, the scratchy piano and distorted vocal samples here create such a unique and well-fitted instrumental, and with the batting order going from Elucid to Billy, then to Earl for the closer, each verse just gets better than the next. And in this amazing moment of chemistry and camaraderie, the way each verse plays off the next, and one MC just continues to outdo the other, it's just absolutely amazing and one of the best showings of the Alchemist's collaborative genius. Now, at the halfway point of the record, I'm not as blown away by this experience as I thought I would be, but this is still a spectacle that lyrical rap heads and experimental hip hop heads will eat up. The song Lie is another blaring Alchemist beat with its seamless transition and funky texture, and with a more in your face and flangered beat. Earl has a godly showing here where he is the centerpiece of everything going on, and each word he excretes changes the fate of the track. The arrogant yet charming writing here is so well thought out, and the confidence and control Earl has beyond the mic just shows his mastery as an MC. Produced by Sam I Am, Lobby utilizes a trap beat which is well put together but still feels pretty plain in comparison to the rest of the sonic palettes Earl spends the LP's duration on layering. With its just alright beat on top of Earl's just okay writing and performance, this is easily the most forgettable moment on the entire LP and really should have just been cut or replaced with a better song. There are some trap songs on this project that we will talk about later that do really work, but this just felt very unnecessary and it was just basic and watered down in all means possible. Entering a lo fi space, God Laughs almost feels like it's from the depths of the Some Rap Songs era with its drowned out vocals and weary lyricism showing that despite the project being near substanceless in terms of emotional depth, the weight of Earl's life that's been expressed on his three previous albums still lingers very heavy within his head. Now, showing how to make an Earl trap song properly, Titanic is an in your face yet ghostly anthem that showcases Earl running his mouth in the best way possible. The lyrics are filled with so much bravado and feel like they could be coming out of the mouth of somebody like Freddie Gibbs or Boldy James. But Earl's vocals create a dynamic like no other here, as while most would just scream and throw these bars in your face, Earl really does let his writing do the talking. Ending things on a high note, Fire in the Hole is a laid back outro that smoothness is complemented by some tangent but assuring bars from Earl himself. Despite having one of his more personal verses here, the 26-year-old sounds like he's at peace with himself despite whatever troubles he may express. Now, through an experience that showcases his skills and general thoughts on his life and what's going on in the world around us, Earl couldn't have done much better than this. Overall, Sick does have some flaws in terms of occasional directionless clusters that just come as a result of experimenting with new sounds and styles, and an even more detrimental flaw that is that there's just a few tracks that are just wasted and underutilized, specifically Lobby and Sick, but this project is still Earl Sweatshirt's easiest listen and the most fun in his catalog. Now, losing the emotional baggage, it creates a feeling like no other here, and between the amazing collaborations with both rappers and producers, there is so many high points that will go down in Earl's catalog in infamy. While these types of project ceilings are generally lower than a record that attempts to unravel a crippling emotional narrative, Sick is one of the better releases we have gotten in the less serious, talk your shit type of albums category as of recent. Now, for all these reasons, I'm going to be giving Sick a 7.7 out of 10, which is so far the highest hip hop score of the year. Now, let me know your thoughts on Sick. Did I rate it too high? Did I rate it too low? What's your favorite song? Be sure to let me know in the comments. Thank you all for watching. I love you guys so much. Leave a like and subscribe. We got a lot more content coming out on YouTube this week. We got a lot more reviews and we got a lot more creative stuff. Thank you guys so much. Mr. F, Fantastic Hip Hop, signing out. Have a great day. Peace.